I've got new forks. I'm testing them in Swindon. Well, this isn't Spain. No, we're back in Swindon. And my motivation was not the best this morning. So last weekend, first full weekend back, I stripped my bike down to give it a good deep clean and check over everything, because 5 days of continuously riding rough-ass stuff in Spain takes its toll. Things like brake pads are knackered, stuff like that. But also, while I was there, my forks weren't behaving like they should really. I mean, they're 5-year-old, they've had a lot of use, and basically the stanchions were seeping oil, the coating's coming off, they scratched and buggered it anyway, and it was really time to get some new ones. So I went out and bought some new things, the main thing being some RockShox Zeb Ultimates. So one of the purposes of today is to try and get them set up right. I've set them to the factory setting, that's a lot of sets that, isn't it? And they'll probably be alright and maybe I won't notice the difference. But might be going to Dovey next and I want them to be right for that. Another thing I did was put new brake pads in and literally haven't ridden it yet. So they're bedding in. And where better to bed your brake pads in than a steep, wet Swindon hillside. So why did I go for Zebs then? Well, to be honest, I've heard only good things about them from mates and everywhere else, and I just like RockShox. The lyrics were brilliant. Got RockShox on both my other bikes too. Never had any complaints. Yes, I could have gone for Fox or all the rest, but to be honest, they're so damned expensive, aren't they? And for what benefit really that I, as an average rider, would notice? Not much really. God, this trail is good. Really good. Quite unnerving in places. Ah. I mean, I don't really know what riding this today is going to tell me about what I need to know about these forks. I mean, I guess we'll see. We've got things like the sag right, how much travel I'm getting and everything else. But I mean, you have to mess around a little bit, don't you, even if you don't really understand it. You know, there's not too many big hits on this track, I'll be honest, but you should be using most of the travel, shouldn't you? Not this speed. So when we get to the bottom, which is here, we'll have a look. Ooh, nice. Well, let's have a look. Obviously I've already seen, but so you can see, nowhere near full travel. Time to let a bit of air out maybe. Let's see. So RockShox recommended 63. It's about 61 there. Maybe I'm not as fat as I thought. We'll give that a try. When I said at the start that I had bugger all motivation, it's not that I had none at all. There was never a case of me sacking off riding today, but I'll be honest, it wasn't like super excited to get out. And I think that's sometimes when you've been away, you've been riding a lot in decent trails and stuff like that, and when you get back, especially in winter and it's, you know, damp and everything over here, you know, you're not overly keen, but just look where I am, you know, on my bike, brilliant trail, having fun, and I've got new things to play with, so it's all good. Glad to say the back brake's bedded in already. Didn't take long, did it? The front was alright already. Don't know how. What on earth are you doing here, Elsa? And where's your hand? One thing I am noticing is there's a lot more support in these than there was in the lyrics. And sure enough, the lyrics Probably had a little bit less airing than they should have done and everything else, but still, whoa, these are something else. Now the astute of you will have noticed that this isn't Swindon. Wrong soil for starters. So why then do I and others keep saying we're riding in Swindon? Well, it comes from Single Track World years ago. It's basically code for secret or cheeky trails. So there you go. Sorry to disappoint if you live in Swindon. You're probably already disappointed if you live in Swindon, really. That is one nadgery bastard, especially in these conditions. Still not getting full travel, but then, are there any drops, etc. big enough on this trail to get full travel? Sure, it's quite a rough trail, but is it really rough enough to blow through all that? Because then, if it is going through all your travel like that, then what's it going to be like when you get somewhere with really big hits? What I can say is that they are, maybe even if they're not getting full travel, they are bloody smooth, and that's before they're even bedded in. I just feel so much better than my lyrics did. Oh, really do. At the end of the day, I'm no expert on suspension at all, but I know what I like. And this is really my initial review and first impressions. And so far, very nice. It's difficult because it's not comparing like for like really, because I'm comparing a brand new fork, one that's not bedded in, with a 5-year-old one. But I can tell you, they do feel bloody lovely on this bike. They really do. I mean, I've had lots of forks over the years and lots of bikes. Best I've had and probably still got are the Fox 40s on the Iron Horse Sunday. I mean, them things are just crazy good coil forks, you see. But for this bike, I think these are the ones, and I can very heartily recommend getting some, especially for the price. I mean, it's a lot, but can you really put value on something you love? And I do love biking, obviously. And as for the whole motivation thing, well, I've had a bloody brilliant day. Yeah, it's not Spain, but these tracks, these conditions, everything else are bloody great. I mean, yeah, terrifying, he says, as he gets to the terrifying bit, but just so much sketchy fun. They really are. Riding bikes is bloody lovely. So, next time, well, to be honest, it'll probably be Spain again, because I've still got another video or so left of that. Sorry if you're getting bored of it. So, all there is left to say is bye bye. Zeb.